Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is finally, they have admitted that they have lost. You are losers. But before we get into today's video, let me introduce myself. Hello, my name is Autumn, and on this channel we talk about current events that happen here in the States as well as abroad in other countries. I do have a Patreon channel. The link is in the description box below. And over there we talk about stuff that we cannot talk about here due to YouTube's terms and policies. I talk about current events over there as well as go down some rabbit holes. So please join me over there. And when you sign up, you get a free week trial. Okay, so like I said, the WEF has literally just admitted that they have lost.
Trump has done something no person in the world has ever done before. A dead man, a dead politician, has risen. Somebody who, if we were 4 years ago at Davos, he's buried, dead politically, known to me. He's now returned. This is the greatest comeback in political history of a politician. And then, therefore, he thinks he can do anything.
We need to also factor in not only who's won, which is Trump, but who's lost, which is to say us. And I guess I would throw into that the epitome of the us who is losing here is Europe. That the European Union and by and large its member states have misread the direction where events were going. The causes that it is interested in, climate, human rights, some others.
So, who recently has bought garlic? Okay. Fresh garlic, minced garlic in a jar, wherever. Okay. Have you checked where it was grown? Have you checked? Because China grows garlic in human caca. It can't be trusted, okay? It's why Rick Scott is introducing his Sewage Garlic Imports Act to ban the import of CCP garlic because it's unsafe. Yeah, imagine eating garlic that gets grown in human caca. That's gross. That's grody to the max, man.
Is garlic dangerous? Well, maybe. You see, Communist China produces the majority of the world's garlic. But what Communist China doesn't tell you is exactly how they're producing it. Now, we already know that Communist China doesn't play by our rules or have Americans' best interest in mind. Communist China has a proven track record of producing unsafe goods. We can't trust its food to be safe for our families. This is especially true for garlic grown in Communist China. There are reports that China lied on alleged disgusting practices that Communist China uses to grow garlic, then export it to the United States. Reports indicate that Chinese garlic is grown using raw sewage, possibly including human feces, and that the garlic is then bleached to make it appear whiter and cleaner to the eye after its growth in unsanitary conditions. It's also processed using slave labor. Communist China uses slave labor, and these poor people are forced to peel so much garlic that their fingernails literally fall off. So they have to use their teeth to get the job done. It's horrific. And it means that Chinese sewage garlic should be unacceptable for human consumption. Would you knowingly feed this to your kids? Of course not. And what's frightening is that the United States does not inspect and ensure the vast majority of imported Chinese sewage garlic is safe and up to our standards. And this is something we eat, cook with, feed our families and kids. We shouldn't have any doubt in our minds that when we go to the grocery store and pick up garlic, that it's safe and up to our standards. We have to get to the bottom of this. when our health, safety, and well-being is at risk. We have to take this seriously. Every single time we see something labeled Made in China, we need to question whether it's safe for our families. That's why I asked the Commerce Department to investigate how Chinese sewage garlic is grown, and why I will soon be introducing the Sewage Garlic Act to ban the import of garlic from Communist China to protect Americans from this gross practice. I'm also asking every single grocery store to take Chinese sewage garlic off its shelves. Every single store. Get it off the shelves. But for now, it's up to you. It's up to you to protect yourself and your family. Next time you're in the grocery store and you see Made in China on garlic, ask yourself, do you want to serve that to your family?
So a community member who sits on the board for the fire department in Tyrone, Kentucky, which is in Anderson County, he sent me some information on what they have seen. Fire crews, they spent Saturday morning carrying out a water rescue for Tyrone residents in Kentucky who were trapped due to rising water levels from Gilbert's Creek. And the Anderson County Fire Protection District said that the road that the 4 trapped residents would normally be able to take to leave had become impassable. And the Versailles Fire Department was also helping Anderson County crews with the rescue as well, the Fire Protection District said. So crews reportedly dropped off some supplies for Tyrone residents who did not want to evacuate, and the entire rescue procedure took about 3 hours. So I want to thank this community member for his efforts, and the fire department. You guys are just A1 heroes. Okay, so here is some footage that he sent in of what was going on. And now here is a video that was sent in by another community member about weather mod. Ciao.
While everyone's attention is focused on the trade wars, I bet you didn't hear about the bill that the state of Florida just introduced. Florida House of Representatives just introduced Bill HB 4777. It is a bill that is entitled Weather Modification Regulation Act. Wait, what? Weather modification? I thought that whole conspiracy about chemtrails was just a hoax. It is proposed to enact a comprehensive framework for overseeing weather modification activity in the state of Florida. And the bill says this, and I quote, "The bill defines weather modification as any act intended to change or control atmospheric conditions by artificial methods, including cloud seeding and other forms of atmospheric intervention. Also, their licensing and oversight." And I quote again, "Individuals or organizations seeking to engage in weather modification must obtain a license from the Florida Department of Environmental Protection, or DEP. The DEP is tasked with evaluating applications, ensuring compliance with environmental standards, and monitoring ongoing activities." But it doesn't stop there. Public disclosure and transparency. And I quote, "The bill mandates that all weather modification projects be publicly disclosed prior to initiation. This includes detailed information about the methods, objectives, and potential environmental impacts. Unauthorized weather modifications activities are subject to significant penalties, including fines, potential legal action to deter unregulated intervention in atmospheric conditions." So you're telling me that this right here hasn't been normal for years? That every whistleblower, every person that has been labeled, "Oh, they're crying wolf and that's a conspiracy." Wait, all of this right here isn't normal. Oh man, and they knew the right way to do it. They knew that every person's eyes were going to be focused on the trade war, going to be focused on bashing Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Tesla. But it's always that little fine print on the bottom. It's always that little 2 or 3 second snippet that crosses the screen that nobody focuses on. And the bill had to give a disclaimer that they're not confirming chemtrails. They just want to control any other things that are happening.